It's way back there. Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Hey. Wow, meowy. So that means you're ready for dinner? Yeah. So I got your smelly fish. And yeah, we're about 15 minutes early than compared to normal, but we've been doing dinner kind of early this whole week, so maybe you're getting used to it. Yeah? Still grooming yourself there, huh? Okay, well, I'm going to pick up the food and bring it out, okay? Okay, so open the door. Okay. Still meowing, huh? Yeah. So you got your food. You gonna eat? So, yeah, it's another hot day. So, I don't know, you gonna come in the house? Wow, you're coming in. You're brave. So what you want to do? Wanna eat? Blocking my path here. So I want to bring out the food so you can eat. And your tail's in the door, so I can't close the door. Okay, I'm going to inch towards the door here. Maybe that will incentivize you to move. Or I'm going to try walking around you, maybe? Yeah? Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to put the food on the table here. Okay, put the water. Okay. Change the water. Ooh. Answer in your water again, huh? So, yeah, the answer. Coming a nuisance again. But they're not going after my traps. It's kind of annoying. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the glove on. Sitting down. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're vocal tonight. So I think you've been kind of quiet the past few days. So I actually saw Scruffy this morning in the front. So I woke up kind of early today. So I actually did get mostly a full night's sleep, and I didn't have to take a sleeping pill this time, so that's good. The weather, oh, there's that grooming again. You like the pets, huh? So the weather was supposed to be hot today, so it's been hot all week, or longer, but it was supposed to jump up in temperature today and tomorrow. So we've been kind of seeing increasing temperatures every day, and then it was supposed to jump a lot today, and then kind of stay the same tomorrow. And so when I got up and it was early, I figured I probably should do my run in the morning because the afternoons and evenings have been hot and they haven't been cooling down. So when I left for my run this morning, it's about mid-morning, and it took me a little while to get going. But yeah, mid-morning. But it was still early enough that the air was still reasonably on the cooler side, though the sun still had that kind of intensity, so it still felt like it was, 10, 15 degrees warmer than it really was. But at least I wasn't running at noon like I've been doing more recently, or close to noon. But anyway, as I was leaving the house, I saw a cat staring at me from my front yard garden, peeking through some bushes, and I'm pretty sure it was Scruffy. Hard to get a good look at him, but Scruffy is kind of the only cat in this area that has this long fur, kind of like Scruffy, messy fur, and coloring like Scruffy, because most of the other cats here have shorter fur and kind of more vibrant colors, or more vibrant and cleaner looking. So that's one of the reasons I call him Scruffy. He's kind of the most scruffy of all the ferals that we have in the neighborhood. The least pretty of them. Oh wow, he's biting on the glove there. A little scary. So anyway, yeah, he was peeking at me from a great distance. So he's far enough that he shouldn't be terrified, but yeah, he definitely probably didn't like seeing a person out there. So I started walking towards the park, and I was hoping to get a closer look, because I'd be kind of getting a little bit closer to him as I walked towards the park, but then I saw one of my neighbors I haven't seen in a while, so I actually turned direction to go talk to my neighbor and say hi. And so didn't get that close to Scruffy. In fact, I never saw him again, because basically all the bushes and stuff, I couldn't see him. And he probably moved too. But I know he's out there, and yeah, I guess he's still going out in the front, even though he has this entire backyard to himself. So, and yeah, my guess is he probably does also go to some of the other houses in this neighborhood, or at least their front yards, because I've seen him in front of other houses before, so I'm guessing he still does that. And getting into the petting, I was about to give you your food. So anyway, the weather actually didn't get as hot as they predicted today, so it was actually closer to yesterday's temperature than spiking up today. So that was a little surprising, but it was actually probably still good that I went in the morning to run, because it's still hot enough that this will be worse. But tomorrow, it's supposedly going to spike up even more than they predicted. So in exchange for this non-spike that we got today, we're going to get kind of a bigger spike tomorrow, unless the forecast doesn't pan out. And then I think it was supposed to drop down in temperature after that back to where we are now, but the forecast is now saying it's going to drop a little bit, but not back to where we are, so it's still going to be hotter. So honestly, not looking forward to the next few days. Okay, well I think they're calming down here, so take that back. Want your food? Yeah, we're really into the neck rubs right now. Chin rubs. Okay. Let's get your food. Yeah. Jumped right up for that. See ants on your brush. So let's see, at the park, yeah, I did my run. Yeah, since it was a little earlier, it was a little bit cooler than I've been running in, so it was not as hard of as a run that I've been doing. So I think my performance was a little better just because the temperature wasn't as hot as I've been running in. However, it was hard to measure my performance because, really weird, I completely zoned out at somewhere in my first lap. So I just, so I don't know where I zoned out, but at the end of the lap, instead of just continuing on to do another circle on the lap, for some reason I zoned out and I turned out of the park and basically started running on the street, basically kind of towards back home. It's not kind of a normal thing I do because I never run back home. I usually stop running and I walk back home, and so yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I completely just zoned out, and for some reason I just started running back towards home, and then I think I went a whole street block until I kind of came out of the trance and realized, gee, wait, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not done running yet, even though I'm still running. I'm supposed to be in the park still. And I checked my stopwatch just to make sure, maybe I've been running so long that I'm done. And I checked my stopwatch. It was like, no, I just finished my very first lap. I got a long way to go. And so I ran, and then I basically turned around, ran back, and so I actually ran a little further than I normally did, just because I had that little wasted extra block and back. And so that kind of screwed up my time a little bit. My time seemed reasonable today, so I think I was doing a little bit better, probably just because the weather temperature wasn't as hot yet. Though I was sweating, so I could definitely feel that sun beating on me. And then, fortunately, the problem with running in the morning compared to the evening is, as you go on, it gets hotter and hotter because the day's warming up. I kind of like it where it gets cooler and cooler because it compensates you as you're getting more tired. And then, I've never been a morning person, and I usually have stiffness or minor, I wouldn't say soreness, but discomfort in my muscles when I first wake up. Usually just because I'm pushing my exercises the day before kind of hard, so I usually feel it. Only slightly. It's not like pain or anything like that. So another weird thing that happened today. So I was home. It was the middle of the day, and I noticed. So yeah, let me back up. So I put some boxes on the front of my front porch. So I've been cleaning up a lot of my parents' stuff. And trying to donate it. So kind of, weirdly, it's actually more of my mother's stuff than my father's stuff, because my mother had a lot of stuff. She passed away actually quite a bit ago, but as life was getting back to normal for my mother's death, that's when my dad was diagnosed with his cancer, and so basically I never got around to really cleaning up my mother's stuff. So I actually was starting to do that, or I've been kind of slowly doing that past couple years, and then after my dad passed away, I was trying to make one last push to get rid of my mother's stuff so I could get to my dad's stuff. And anyway, there's enough stuff that is causing me problems figuring out where to temporarily store it. Because I basically make a bigger mess as I sift through everything, and have big boxes in the middle of rooms, and I need more space just so I can organize things. And then I start taking it to centers to be donated, but then the COVID stuff hit, and everything was closed, and so it was just not a good time to donate things. So basically I left a whole bunch of stuff on my front porch, and it's been sitting there for for over a year now. So anyway, today I noticed some of the boxes were disturbed through my window. So somebody had actually been in there and was going through my boxes, and they kind of left, not a big mess, but they kind of left a small mess. I don't think they actually took anything, because I don't think they found anything they actually wanted, which is kind of funny. But kind of rude, and kind of a little sketchy, because they're technically trespassing and stealing, potentially, if they took anything. I don't think they did, but maybe they did and I didn't notice because there's so much crap. One thing was an old briefcase. That was actually belonged to my dad, but I guess it was so old and out of style that the person didn't want it. They opened it. I think looking inside, hoping there was some treasure or something, but there's nothing in it. A bunch of the other boxes were untouched. But anyway, it makes me a little nervous, because we're in an okay neighborhood. I wouldn't call it really dangerous. At the same time, there is crime here, and there have been some break-ins. I have some really good neighbors. One of the break-ins, a couple houses next door, a couple of my neighbors caught him in burglary in progress, and they actually scared the thieves away. And actually, so one of my neighbors pulled out his gun, and the other one, got the van going, and they got together and started chasing the crooks down the street, trying to cut them off. the police unfortunately took too long to get here, so yeah. So they kind of have a unofficial neighborhood watch. It's guarding our neighborhood. And then another time, yeah, there were some thieves that tried to break into some cars that were parked on the street, and yeah, one of my neighbors, yeah, he caught them in the act and got out his gun and tried to stop him by showing his presence, basically. And instead, they took a shot at him, so they actually had guns too. They actually fired his guns. He was fortunate. He dived down and took cover. Wasn't hurt. He didn't shoot back, which was actually probably the smart thing, because yeah, knowing the justice system here, they would probably prosecute him and leave the thieves alone. Not fair at all, but fortunately, nobody was hurt. The car windows were broken into, so there was damage. And some of there were stray bullets, so some from the thieves who fired, so somebody could have been hurt. In fact, actually, one of the stray bullets they believe hit my house, and so they're looking in my garden for any casing or bullets that hit the wall or anything. And so I guess I got lucky that they didn't go through the wall and hit me or something. And so yeah, we do have some criminal elements here, but I wouldn't call it like an extremely dangerous neighborhood. But yeah, the fact that they're going through my boxes, I don't know. Maybe I need to downgrade my estimation of this neighborhood. Maybe it's worse than I thought. So another reason to move. So I don't think Scruffy's coming back. So anyway, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.